I was walking along the beach when I saw a swimmer being encircled by a shark, yelling, asking for help. I just laughed. That shark's not going to help him. Ah, yeah!
In hops we trust.
Today, In Hops We Trust makes its grand return as we head up to Saratoga Springs, New York, where two high school teachers with a common passion for good beer have combined their years of brewing experience to create fresh, artisanal ales that appeal to a wide variety of tastes. This is Artisanal Brew Works. Today we're sitting down with Kurt Borchardt, the owner, operator, and brewer, and Dan Kravitz, the master of sales and the lord of pallets.
That's not a self-pick title.
What are some of the challenges that you've had since obviously we're in the midst of a pandemic?
Before the pandemic, the priority was to put kegs into bars. We did a little bit of beverage center business as well. So then after the pandemic hit, New York State went into its full shutdown, and our business model basically did a 180. My draft business went to basically zero, and my can sales went through the roof.
Yeah, we used to can maybe 30 or so cases of beer, and then the rest would go into draft. And we were cycling through beers really fast. Now we can anywhere from 70 to 80 cases, and then very little goes into draft. And it's mainly just for selling here.
We had the good fortune of having a canning line up and running, ready to go, calibrated, trained. We turned basically all of our packaged beer from kegs into cans and then distributed that. And just keep moving forward through the move, which we decided to do during a pandemic, which was exciting.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it was best business decision ever.
Yeah, great idea.
But we were able to do it, and it was all through the can.
Kurt, you founded this brewery with Colin Quinn.
Yes, that's correct.
What year was that?
Founded it 2015. We opened up in 2016.
Former teachers?
He's still a teacher.
Still a
I am a
teacher,
former teacher, yeah.
And a former hockey player? And a former competitive rower?
That is correct.
Well, please.
Yeah.
Enlighten us about that.
Being an elite level rower really kind of tied into how I ended up here. And a lot of my approaches and how I run a business were lessons either learned in the hockey rink through coaches or through competitive rowing.
But it's cool. You took the discipline and the structure from doing something like rowing specifically, and you were able to bring that into your business.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that's why you run a very nice ship here.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys have come a very long way in setting up this tap room. I know it's a temporary stay here, but it looks fantastic.
Yeah, there was a couple little hurdles to jump through, so we didn't really end up brewing until about the middle of December. And now we're releasing the beers that we made, thank God. Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Now, the location you guys are eventually moving to, you guys broken ground on that?
It's actually a building that's 1,000 yards away from here.
Okay,
yeah,
so literally,
it's,
just down the block.
We'll get the restaurant and the tap room going first, and then we'll move over to the brewery after.
All right, we're going to play Ralph's quick fire questions.
All right.
If you could go back in time and drink a beer with any historical figure, living or dead, who would it be?
I would say George Washington.
I would have loved to have met Mozart.
What would you say was your favorite board game growing up as a child?
I think Battleship was pretty cool.
I'm a big Monopoly guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Capitalist at heart.
Yeah.
And the last question I have for you is this. What are records that would you say defined who you are as a man?
Oh, that's easy. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Stadium Arcadium, Wu-Tang Clan's Enter the 36 Chambers, BC Boys, Hello Nasty, and then probably one of the Rage albums.
You had those ready to go.
I mean, music is important.
I have a pretty diverse interest in music. It could be either Mozart or Beethoven, AC/DC for sure. I really like the Beatles and Simon and Garfunkel. And I also like country music. Not Western, though.
Are you a fan of In Hops We Trust? Then check out our newest show, Beard Broads. Beard Broads explores the craft beer industry from the female perspective. Join us for tastings, tips, and fun facts about the broad world of beer. You can catch episodes on the Beard Broads playlist on the In Hops We Trust YouTube channel. Cheers, ladies!
I'm sitting down with Kelly Lanham and Adam Elbricht, the coordinator of social media and marketing. And Adam, what is your official title here?
I'm a brewer.
Assistant brewer or head brewer?
It's, yeah, assistant brewer.
Okay, assistant to the regional brewer.
Yeah,
Adam
exactly.
Elbricht.
To the, yeah.
Obviously, a staple of Artisanal Brewworks is your Warhead beer.
One of the cool things about the Warheads project is that working with them to do it.
Was it easy getting in touch with Warhead to ask to use their logo? And
Yeah,
were they fucking a part of it?
surprisingly. So when we like called to do that, I mean, at the time we were talking about doing like a batch of it, bringing it out to Extreme Beer Fest in Boston, and just kind of being done with it. And we immediately saw that like that wasn't going to be a possibility, that the demand was way too high.
It's a very fun beer, and there's so many people that when they talk about the beer, they talk about the memories they have with that candy. And that's a big part of like what we love. Like the craft beer industry is like about having fun and bringing joy. And I think that beer is one that just really kind of does that.
I think it's cool that we, started really cranking that out, and we're able to like step up production of that a lot this year. It's cool. It's helped, keep everybody employed here during the pandemic and stuff, which is no small feat. It was a lifesaver, definitely, that beer.
Candy jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
And last time we were here, we talked to you about your recycled water system.
Yes, yeah.
So that's cool. Let's go into that a little bit more.
And building the original brewery we're going to need to get a reverse osmosis system so we can strip out the minerals and have tight control. It's like an artist starting out with a blank slate, and then you're adding what you want, as opposed to if we just started using the beautiful water of Saratoga, great for drinking, but if we had used that as the beginning water, we would be compromising the quality of the beer. The RO process, what it does is it makes a lot of wastewater. So we capture that wastewater and we reuse it. Effectively, we've dropped our water consumption by about 1,500 gallons per brew. So that's per brew, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one joke I said, I used to work on the water, now I work with the water.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you guys keep in working with the local community?
We've done multiple different types of collaborations. Ingredient-wise, this uses Crew Coffee. It's a coffee store about a mile away from the brewery. Right here, this is a pale ale that we just released, and this is a collaboration with an environmental conservancy, and they're working on setting up trails in a spot that's literally right behind the brewery that would go all the way up to the Hudson River.
Dan, beer is a very trendy thing. How do you guys stay ahead of the trends?
You keep a good ear to social media, and you drink a lot of beer, which is the scary answer, but
No harm
it's
in
true.
that.
You got to go try stuff and see what other people are doing, because if you want to make more than your immediate area happy, you have to sort of branch out. And I learned that every day too, because there's a lot of beers that I want to drink and that I think are fantastic that may not be necessarily commercially successful. So, it's like, do we brew beers for, Dan to have at his house, or do we brew beers that Dan can sell?
One thing that we got right, we developed the line of She's Turt basically last year at this point, and now we're making 120 barrels of fruited sour that's going in all parts of the country.
All over the country.
I did not foresee that happening.
Yeah.
So now the question is, what's the next thing?
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Hey, the In Hops We Trust app is the best way to follow all things In Hops related. On the app, you'll find the In Hops passport, rewards, crew info, updates on where we'll be for events, or where we might be filming next. The app is also the only place you'll be able to see certain content, like pre-release episode teasers or behind-the-scenes footage and exclusive content from event appearances. Our app is available on both iOS and Android devices, so please, go download it while I grab another beer. Oh, cheers. Hey, give me a tall boy.
So Kurt, one of your staff members told us that you're a big fan of dad jokes.
Yes.
So we figure we do tasting segments on this show, different from the way other people do tasting segments.
Yeah.
We always try to incorporate a fun game.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bring an old one out of retirement today, the funny dad joke game. You and I are gonna go back and forth telling dad jokes. If you audibly laugh, then the other person has to drink. If you know the punchline and steal the punchline of the joke,
great.
the other person has to drink. You're the home team.
Yep.
You can go first.
Now, I was gonna tell you a joke about time travel, but you didn't like it.
I tried to make a dad joke about ghosts. It had plenty of body. I messed up my own joke.
What you're drinking there is a GSL juice. It's a single IPA that we make for the Lanzi family restaurants. It's super hazy, super juicy, 6.3 ABV, so you can have a few. That was the first beer that we released out of our new spot here in Wilton. I used to hate facial hair myself.
Then it grew on you.
Ow! Here's the facial hair.
Two windmills are sitting on a hill. One asks the other what his favorite genre of music is. He goes, I'm a heavy metal fan.
That's a joke.
Wow! Shut down!
Do you know how you can get a squirrel to like you? Act like a nut.
What do we have there?
So this is from our She's Turk series. This has tangerine and guava in there, pink guava.
You get that nice tarty flavor from the fruit.
Yeah, absolutely delicious.
Mm-hmm. Why can't a nose be 12 inches long?
Because then it'd be a foot.
Damn it. So what have we here?
It's an pale ale. We like the hazy IPAs. We like the idea it's juicy. So we kind of combine the two ideas. I was going to tell you a rumor about butter, but I don't want to spread it.
What concert is only 45 cents?
Wait, no, it's 50 cents, but you take a nickel back.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
So we're on to multiple infinities. Start out with the original, which was coffee, vanilla.
That had such a rich flavor of the coffee to it.
Super smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why eggs don't tell jokes? Because they crack each other up.
Today at the bank, an old lady asked me to help her with her balance. So I pushed her over.
Very nice. I'll drink to that. Sure. This is Irish cream, like the Bailey's Irish cream inspired.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to tell you a joke about construction, but I'm still working on it.
What did the fish say when he hit the wall?
I don't know.
Damn.
That's a damn good joke. So we're on to the Mexican chocolate. So Mexican chocolate, for those of you who don't know, is cinnamon, chocolate, of course, and vanilla. And then also some habaneros in here to give it some heat.
Wow. Wow, you hear my voice? Wow. Wow. That is good. Thank you so much. Absolute pleasure. And here's your PSA for the day. If you're not a dad, don't make dad jokes. It's a faux papa.
There you go.
Catch you on the next one.
In hops we trust.
Want another beer? Check out our channel, In Hops We Trust Film. There you'll get all our latest content, including new episodes, tastings, and all things In Hops related. Cheers! In Hops We Trust is an Ambassador Studios production.